This is Valley News Live at 5:30.
Well, at first I didn't put on a sweatshirt because getting everything already is really gets you warm. But yeah, then I put on a sweatshirt, and no, I wasn't real thrilled about it, but I guess.
June is usually a safe bet for both sellers and shoppers who are making the rounds at garage sales. But with our chilly and windy conditions today, the foot traffic might be dwindling a bit. And we're hearing that it might be even chillier tomorrow. But first, Hutch, what do we have in store for tonight?
Well, this evening, more of the same gusty winds, and a few areas will see passing showers. Take a look at the temperatures behind me, and you'll see most of the nation is seeing very summer-like temperatures in the 80s, even triple digits in the desert southwest and southernmost Texas. The cool pool right over the valley right now, 59 Devils Lake and Bemidji, and 65 in the Fargo-Moorhead area at this hour. Clouds continue to pass on those very brisk northwest winds. We have a few showers mainly in northwest Minnesota this evening. For Fargo, temperatures will slip this evening into the 50s. It will be chilly. And again, if you're in Grand Forks, we'll be into the 50s by the 10 o'clock hour as well. The wind does decrease a little bit. The clouds do not. I'll have details on what will be a chilly weekend. So if you have an Afghan or if you like sweaters, keep them handy. I'll have details on when the heat returns, and it will, here in just a few moments.
Or a sweatshirt like that lady was telling us about.
You got to have a sweatshirt or something. Yes,
thanks, Hutch.
You bet.
And remember to like Valley News Live on Facebook. You can follow the latest news, weather, and breaking news updates anytime on your feed. Just search Valley News Live, like our page, and you'll stay informed throughout the entire day. Another frightening post on the neighborhood site Nextdoor has caught our attention. A woman claims she was quickly approached at Natural Grocers by a man yesterday afternoon. People commenting on her post note the man's description matches that in a similar situation just last week. But others ask, did the woman report it to police? Valley News Team's Bradford Eric finds out if police are investigating, asking when does crime hype affect what we report on social media?
4 o'clock Thursday afternoon, a woman posted on Nextdoor that she was approached by a man here at Natural Grocers in South Fargo. She says she locked her car doors as the man approached her window. She held up her phone, and then the man took off running on 45th Street South. The woman reports he was black, slim, somewhat shorter, having short black and curly hair, wearing a tan pullover with brown sleeves and black pants. Commenters say the man's description fits with a similar situation occurring at Hornbachers on 32nd Avenue South in Fargo 3 days ago.
I think people are obsessed with getting likes and getting attention more than actually doing something about it, which I really don't get the logic behind it, but that's just how the society is now, so.
And even our kids say people's first reaction is post.
How old I am, that stuff really shouldn't be happening, so why would you want to go and share that with everyone?
Was this situation at Natural Grocers reported to police? Fargo PD says over 40 minutes later, a suspicious person call came in from the Happy Harry's on 45th. But it's not clear if it's the same man.
Yeah, I think it's probably just a heightened awareness because, I mean, it's especially now, it's hard to judge what's true and what's not, only on social media.
Police use social media as a tool, often putting information out to help solve crimes and catch bad dudes. But it also leaves the door open for criminals to track your whereabouts, making you a potential victim. Bottom line, call police if you feel threatened. Bradford Eric, Valley News Live.
If you know anything about what happened the other day at Natural Grocers or Hornbachers, you can call police. After months of searching, the wait is over. Today, West Fargo announced that they have found their new police chief. During a special city commission meeting this morning, City Administrator Tina Fisk recommended FBI Supervisory Special Agent Heath Jahnke. And with commissioners' approval, Jahnke won the spot. West Fargo Mayor Rich Mattern says that Jahnke's experience is what made him stand out.
I was very impressed with both of them, but I think, his 15 years with the FBI and his leadership experience really stood out to me, and so I think it was a good choice.
The city's goal is to have everything settled and approved by the July 5th City Commission meeting. The Otter Tail County Sheriff's Office says that a Henning, Minnesota man has died from his injuries after a head-on crash near Perham. Officials say 39-year-old James Wilcox was airlifted to a Fargo hospital after that crash on Highway 80 just outside of town, but later died from his injuries. One other driver, 21-year-old Shania Peterson of Perham, was taken to a local hospital to be treated for her injuries. She has since been released. The crash remains under investigation. Fargo police have identified a man who was hit by a train near the downtown area. Investigators say 51-year-old Pernell Poitra from Moorhead suffered serious injuries as a result of the incident. Officers responded to the 500 block of Roberts Street around 2:30 yesterday morning. Poitra was rushed to a hospital, but his condition right now is not known. Police say the incident is still under investigation. It's Friday and time to take a look at this week's Valley's Most Wanted. Police say Reginald Johnson Jr. is wanted for criminal conspiracy and unlawful use of personal ID, which are felonies. You can call your local law enforcement if you have any information on this man. The Senate plan to repeal and replace Obamacare is in trouble after a group of conservative senators says it doesn't go far enough in being fiscally conservative. But some moderate Republicans worry it goes too far. Seth Lemon is on Capitol Hill with a look at what GOP leaders have to do to win the votes needed to pass the bill.
We cannot support the current bill. Kentucky Senator Rand Paul and 3 other GOP senators say the newly released Senate health care plan is dead on arrival unless they see some major changes. The 4 are sticking together to get changes such as fewer government subsidies designed to make health insurance more affordable.
As we estimate the costs of the subsidies to buy insurance, we actually believe that they may exceed or at least equal the subsidies that are in Obamacare.
President Donald Trump will help lead talks to get the reluctant Republicans on board.
Well, there are also 4 good guys and they're 4 friends of mine, and I think that they'll probably get there. We'll have to see.
The problem facing GOP leaders is that any changes that move the bill further to the right have the potential to alienate moderate Republicans.
You have to protect Medicaid expansion states. That's what I want. Make sure that we're taken care of here in the state of Nevada.
Nevada Senator Dean Heller announced Friday he can't support the plan because it rolls back Obamacare's expansion of Medicaid and puts federal funding limits on the program.
I'm telling you right now, I cannot support a piece of legislation that takes insurance away from tens of millions of Americans and hundreds of thousands of Nevadans.
Majority Leader Mitch McConnell insists he wants a vote before the 4th of July recess, leaving GOP leaders 1 week to win over more votes. Seth Lemon for CBS News, Capitol Hill.
CBS News has learned America First, a pro-Trump organization, has announced it will begin running television ads against Senator Dean Heller because of his opposition to the health care plan. Heller is up for re-election in 2018 and is considered one of the most vulnerable sitting Republican senators. A mistrial has been declared in the murder retrial of a white former University of Cincinnati police officer who was charged with shooting an unarmed black motorist. Ray Tensing dropped his head and rubbed his eyes when the mistrial was declared. After deliberating for 5 days, jurors told the judge today they could not agree on a decision. Officer Tensing shot Sam DuBose after pulling him over for a missing front license plate in 2015. The DuBose family has released a statement demanding another retrial. Prosecutors have not said if they will try the case a 3rd time. The Senate Judiciary Committee that's investigating possible political interference at the FBI sent a letter today to former Attorney General Loretta Lynch. It's asking her to disclose any conversations with Hillary Clinton's campaign and the DNC about the FBI's investigation into Clinton's use of private email servers while she was the 2016 Democratic presidential nominee. The investigation may also look into whether President Trump committed obstruction of justice when he fired former FBI Director James Comey by requesting an information from Lynch. The committee is expanding its probe on political interference to cover both the Obama and Trump administrations. All-in-one recycling kicks off in Fargo and Moorhead in just over 1 week. The schedule for the program will stay the same as it is now, and those living in apartments will still need to sort their items at the dump sites. With this new program, more items like junk mail and aerosol cans are now being accepted, but plastic bags, food, and yard waste are still not allowed for curbside recycling.
They get stuck on the machines and kind of stop up the whole sorting facility. So it just essentially causes more work down the road. Plastic bags can be recycled, however. If you take those back to the retailer or the grocery store, they have containers inside the doors or entryways.
Crews have distributed the blue bins and say it's important to remember to space them out away from your garbage bin when putting them on the street. If you don't and they're too close together, the arm on the truck doesn't have room to pick them up. You can learn more about this on our website, valleynewslive.com. It was 1 year ago this week that the University of North Dakota rolled out its new Fighting Hawks logo. And the university is pleased to see their new hawk taking off. Royalties made from licensing deals are starting to rebound. UND was making nearly $800,000 before they retired the old Sioux logo head. Royalties dropped significantly when they had the interlocking ND, but now retailers are moving more merchandise with their logo.
The people that want to latch onto it will latch onto it. The people that want to resist will still resist. And we understand that, we know that, and there's nothing that we can do to change how people feel about it. But you can see in the royalty numbers that it is definitely on the upswing for sure.
Their presence of the logo is expanding. For the first time, the new logo will be visible in the Ralph Engelstad Arena. The hockey players will have the logo on their shoulders of their jerseys. Just because I wear a hijab does not mean I'm a terrorist. That's what's written on a few of the posters being put up in downtown Fargo today by this group of soon-to-be high school freshmen. This summer, they're working with NDSU on a service project trying to combat bullying and stereotypes in the community. This week's project is trying to combat Islamophobia.
There's a lot of people that are afraid of like Muslims or stuff, and they just assume things based on like what they wear or like where they're from. So we decided to do research today and bring awareness saying they're not bad people.
A few of the other signs have facts written on them about the Islamic culture. And again, you heard him say the students did their own research for these. 2 Moorhead police officers had a busy morning rescuing a group of baby ducks from a sewer. Moorhead police posted this picture on their Facebook page this morning. The post says the mother was scared away by a dog and had not returned. So Officer Work and Officer Breath decided to get the ducklings out. Another Moorhead officer will be giving the ducks a temporary home on his farm.